So I was watching a video posted by DJ and Matt featuring Nehemiah, or I think it's Nehemiah Gordon, a while back. He posted, I think, 7 videos. I'm not sure which one of them he made the claim in, but in one of the 7, he said that he likes to think of Moses as the first Karaite Jew. Wow. Well, this is a pretty ridiculous claim. First of all, let's look at the very definition of what a Karaite is. A Karaite is one who submits only to the authority of the Hebrew Scriptures, or the Tanakh. The Tanakh. Now, tell me, did Moses have a Tanakh? Did Moses read about King David, Solomon, Isaiah, and all of the other figures of the Tanakh, which are not part of the Torah? Of course not. He only had the Torah. Whether it be the written Torah, or whether it included the oral Torah, he only had the Torah. So, by saying Moses was the first Karaite, you are defining Karaite as one who rejects the oral law, and that is not what a Karaite is, even though they do. And by your own website's admission, there's more to Karaitism than simply rejecting the oral law. Now this leads to another problem with Karaite Judaism. Do you think that there's a way that God meant for His Torah to be kept? Or do you really believe that He gave the Torah so that each individual could keep it as he see fit, and there would be no unity in Israel? There are problems with this belief. For one, Torah wasn't necessarily meant to be a religion per se, as it is unfortunately today. It was given so that the nation of Israel could keep the Torah as a nation, including enforcing all of the laws. The Torah goes as far as to call for the death of an individual who breaks Shabbat. How can you possibly call for the death penalty on an individual who didn't even have an authoritative view on how to keep Sabbath? I've read Karaite websites of individuals who believe the Sabbath day is simply a day where you're supposed to relax and do things you enjoy and have it be your favorite day of the week. If that's the case, how is this court, which is set up in the Torah, supposed to decide whether you broke Shabbat or not? There are no specific rules. Who are they to say that you weren't enjoying it to the fullest or making it your favorite day? A God who calls for an individual to be put to death for breaking a rule which he didn't even know for sure how to keep doesn't sound like a very fair God to me, and I don't believe for a second that He left us without instructions on how to keep His Torah. Now, think about this. You have the rest of the Tanakh to clarify certain points on keeping Torah. Moses didn't even have that. All he had was the Torah. Imagine how difficult it would have been to keep the Torah only having the text itself. Now, you might respond by saying that the Israelites of Moses' day would have understood it. It's just that over time it becomes more ambiguous with language change in different cultures. Now, this is true to a certain extent, but not for the extent to which you would like to believe. If it was so obvious for the original Israelites how to keep Torah, why did God set up a court for issues concerning the law? According to you Karaites, it was so simple for the original Israelites to understand and keep the Torah text alone. So why would there be all of these disputes which arose and necessitated the creation of a court? Why are there disputes within Karaite Judaism today? God puts a lot of emphasis on this court and tells us to heed this court. Now, where are the rulings? You're telling me the peasant farmer, Hebrew farmers, which is a phrase Karaites like to talk about a lot, of Moses' day, who lived in the culture and spoke biblical Hebrew, couldn't understand the Torah well enough that they could go on without a court for too difficult of cases, but today we can? Clearly this isn't the case, since you yourself say that it is more difficult to understand Torah today. So why did they need a court and we do not? Or if we do need the court, tell me, where are the court's rulings so that we know how to keep Torah? There's only one record of a group who even claims to have the rulings of this court. This is recorded in the Mishnah and the Talmud. If they do not contain the rulings, who does? And if it's not important, why did God set up the court? So this is just a quick thing that I thought of with some issues regarding Karaite Judaism. Hopefully I didn't forget anything. Leave a comment if you have any thoughts. Thanks.